Good morning, students. This is your English lesson. In this lesson, we are going to read unit number 1, A Legend of Rubezahl from Oxford Reading Circle. So, let's get started. Once upon a time, a glazier was traveling across the mountains. The mountain path was narrow, a small width, dusty and covered in small sharp stones. To the sides of the paths were prickly, thorny shrubs, a woody plant, and boulders, a rock fragment with the size 250 diameter. In the sky above, the sun shone brightly, which made the glazier's load feel heavier. The glazier was a good man who worked hard. He was feeling very tired from carrying the heavy load of glass, so he began to look about for a place where he could rest. Rubezahl, a mountain sprite, supernatural creature, had been watching the glazier for some time. As soon as he saw that the glazier was looking for a place to stop, he skipped ahead around a bend in the path and changed himself into a little mound, a large pile, covered in soft grass that looked like a comfortable place to rest. When the glazier discovered the mound in his way, he smiled and, feeling well pleased, he put down the glass and sat himself down. "Ah, that's better," he said, but his joy was not to last. After just a few minutes, the mound disappeared from under him so rapidly that the poor glazier fell to the ground with his glass. The fall smashed the glazier's glass into 1,000 pieces, smashed, badly broken. The poor fellow arose from the ground and looked around him, but the mound of earth had disappeared. The glazier began to cry of pain, and groan bitterly. "Oh no, my family will go hungry," he sighed with heartfelt feeling of sadness over his bad luck, and looked in dismay at the glass, feeling of unhappiness, dismay at the glass, shards scattered around him, a piece of glass, shards scattered around him. How was he going to earn any money? After a while, the glazier started once more on his journey. He walked slowly with his head down and a frown on his face, facial expression. At this point, Rubezahl, the mischievous mountain sprite, quickly disguised himself as a traveler. Give different appearance. He walked up a side path and greeted the glazier. "Hello, my good man." The glazier tried to smile, but his worry and disappointment was plain to see on his face. Disappointment, sadness. Plain, simple. Rubezahl spoke to him. "Why do you look so sad on this sunny day? What has given you such great sorrow?" The glazier told him the whole affair. The whole event. How that being very, feeling of tiredness, he had seated himself upon a mound by the wayside, how it had suddenly disappeared from under him and broken to pieces his whole stock of glass, which was well worth at least $8. "I don't know how I am going to recover this loss," he wailed. The compassionate mountain sprite comforted him. Compassionate, feeling or showing sympathy. Comforted, eased the grief. He confessed, he admitted who he was and told him that he himself had played the trick. "Don't worry and be happy, for I will help you get your money back," he told him. The astonished glazier agreed to do as Rubezahl said, astonished, greatly surprised. As the glazier watched in amazement, feeling of great surprise, Rubezahl transformed himself into a donkey. He told the glazier to take him down the path to the mill which lay at the foot of the mountain and to sell him to the miller. Rubezahl made the glazier promise to be sure to leave with the money as quickly as possible. Feeling excited about the prospect of getting his money back, the glazier immediately climbed on the back of the donkey and rode him down the mountain to the mill. The miller was a cruel man who had cheated many poor people over the years. He worked his animals and servants too hard. He needed a new donkey. The glazier offered the donkey for sale to the miller at the fair price of $10. The miller offered $9 and the glazier, without further bargaining, took the money and happily went on his way. When he was gone, the miller shouted for the stable boy, whom he immediately ran up to the mill. The miller said, "Hey, get this donkey some hay." The stable boy gently led the donkey down to the stable and into a stall. He filled a rack with hay and patted the donkey's back. "There you go, old chap. Better eat quickly, because you will be set to walk soon." Still in the form of the donkey, Rubezahl exclaimed, "I don't eat hay. I eat nothing but roasted and boiled turnips. Nothing but the best." The boy's hair stood on end. He flew to his master and related to him this wondrous tale. The miller and the boy rushed back to the stable. There they found nothing. The donkey, like the $9, had disappeared. The miller was so shocked that he forgot to shout at the boy and scratched his head in puzzlement, feeling of confusion. Back on the mountain, Rubezahl laughed to himself. The mean miller had been punished. The glazier, with $9 in his pocket, was happy again, and Rubezahl had enjoyed himself by playing tricks. Thank you for listening. Now come to the questions. Question number 1 is, why was the glazier feeling tired? The answer is, the glazier was feeling tired because it was sunny day and he was carrying a heavy load of glass. Question number 2. What did Rubezahl disguise himself as first? The answer is, Rubezahl disguised himself as a mound covered with soft glass. Question number 3. What was Rubezahl's third disguise? The answer is, Rubezahl's third disguise was that of a donkey. Question number 4. Find 2 examples from the story that show us that the miller was an unpleasant man. The answer is, the miller had cheated many poor people over the years. He also worked his animals and servants too hard. Question number 5. How do you think the stable boy felt when the donkey spoke to him? The answer is, I think the stable boy was scared and amazed at the same time. Question number 6. Which of the following sentences is true? A. The donkey was sold for $8. B. The glazier bought a donkey. C. The miller was a kind man. The answer is, none of these are true.